My name is Fayon Dixon. Welcome to Big Bang Digital and all things science, engineering and COVID-19. This is your opportunity to hear from past competition winners about their role in the pandemic response. Now, recent research indicates that young people feel that their voice is lost from the conversation, so we want to empower them to be part of the discussion. In this session, we'll be hearing from some alumni of the Big Bang competition. We're going to find out how they've been involved in the COVID-19 response and get their advice to you, the young people who are possibly looking towards a future career in STEM. So let me introduce you to our two young speakers. We have Zuzana Hudáčová, and Zuzana is a student at Dollar Academy in Scotland. However, today she's joining us all the way from Slovakia. Zuzana entered the Big Bang competition this year and after making it to the finals was awarded a prize to represent the UK at the prestigious London International Youth Science Forum next year. Now, participating in the competition, it had its challenges. First of all, the finals were moved online because of the pandemic after the event was cancelled. But Zuzana also had to contend with a very long journey amidst closing borders to try and make it back to her home country. So we're really lucky to be talking to Zuzana today, who has just started an internship at MultiplexDX. Woo! So that, if you didn't know, is an innovative biotech corporation where she will be working on developing a diagnostic test for COVID-19. We also have Josh Mitchell with us, an engineering student at Stanford University in California. Josh was crowned the GSK UK Young Engineer of the Year as part of the competition back in 2008. I was there, I can testify. And with his winning project, the Plybot, a low-cost 3D printer, Josh has gone into business alongside his studies and has been supporting the COVID-19 efforts by working with people from across the world to ship the 3D printers and materials to hospitals in need in over 14 countries. Absolutely fantastic work. So as you can see, I have two amazing, inspirational young people that I cannot wait to find out more from. So let's kick off the interview by speaking to Josh first. So, hey Josh, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm good.
Excellent. It's so good to see you. Lockdown, very interesting for all of us. How have you been keeping busy?
I started the company off the back of my science fair project. So I've been working on that still. 2 years on, still working on it.
Wow, so still going. I mean, it's going to take quite a bit of work, I know. And Zuzana, you only just recently participated in the competition this year. So congratulations on your prize, first of all. And
thank you.
Yeah, and at just 16 years of age, you've already been involved in some impressive research. So, Zuzana, can you tell us a little bit more about the project you entered as part of the competition and what it's like taking part in the competition in the middle of a pandemic? It must have been really challenging, to say the least.
Yeah, so to answer the first part of your question, my project was about stem cells, or more specifically, induced pluripotent stem cells, which are like this type of programmed stem cells, which have the same properties as embryonic stem cells and embryos. So what's amazing about them is that you can basically direct their change to become whatever you want them to be. To answer the second part of your question, it was really interesting to enter the competition like during quarantine, because I was in quarantine when I found out that I'm supposed to enter the competition digitally. I was disappointed not to be capable participate in the finals. But anyways, I was so happy when I found out that there still is this opportunity.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much. And the theme of this event is COVID-19. So a question I'd be interested to pose to you both is, how have you been impacted by the coronavirus pandemic, and how have you been involved in the response in any way? Can I go to Josh first?
Yeah, sure. So I missed the final quarter of my first year, which is annoying because winter in Northern California isn't like LA. It's similar to England. So I was looking forward to spring quarter where it's all lovely weather. So that got taken out. So I had to do that all online, which is a struggle for an engineering student. And there's immigration issues going back. I'm not sure if I can go back in September. My whole year is switched in just autumn. So I'm there for autumn and I'm there for summer, but I'm not there for winter and spring. And yeah, whole year's a mess.
Can I ask you as well, Zuzana, same question?
So yeah, my life was really chaotic, especially stressful, because to get from UK to Slovakia, those were one of the scariest moments of my life, because the flights were getting canceled. No one wanted to let us go to our country. And yeah, it was very stressful. And then also the isolation thing, it's just, I don't know, I don't really enjoy online learning. It's amazing how our school dealt with it, but at the same time, it's not the same. But I think even in this situation, you can find opportunities, you can find ways how to make this better for yourself and for everyone else.
It's incredible how we adapt. That's what we are. We're human beings. We're built for this kind of adaptation. So, good on us. So how have you both been involved in the COVID-19 response? Josh?
So I've been involved in a project to get 3D printers into Africa to 3D print face masks. So a friend from the science fair that I met in 2018, he was one of the judges and he was the chairman of Engineering UK, Malcolm. He's been a lot of advice for the past couple of years. So he's been involved. He started an initiative to get these 3D printers into Africa. So I've been the kind of 3D printer advisor to see what it's actually like to 3D print this mask, helping on the design of the mask, just overall advice on the 3D printing side.
It doesn't sound difficult at all. I mean, can anybody do it then?
Yep. So if you can get a consumer 3D printer for like $180, £180 or so. Got to say that as I'm in the UK. And you can 3D print these masks. So they cost about 70p each to print. They take about 45 minutes to print. So you can get a printer and just set it up going day after day and print a lot of face masks.
And for Zuzana, same thing. What have you been doing work-wise through COVID-19?
So I've learned about this company in Slovakia, which is actually established by two very, very prestigious Slovak scientists. They're basically legends in our country. And I've learned that they are also starting to produce COVID-19 diagnostic tests. They already produce like first versions, but they're still developing improvements of it because it can get better, because the test is very complicated and it can't be used on a basic point of healthcare spots. So they're trying to make it simpler. And so I applied for an internship in that laboratory, which is focusing on this. And I was lucky to get accepted. And now I'm going to work in a team that is trying to make this test simpler so it can be used anywhere and it can be solved all across the world.
Amazing. I mean, literally, the both of you are just changing the world. You're really making a massive difference. I know you're both passionate about inspiring other young people interested in STEM, and research recently released by the British Science Association has indicated that young people are more interested in a scientific career as a result of COVID-19. So on this note, do you have any advice for any budding inventors or scientists out there considering a career in the sector?
My main advice would be, it's probably not as hard as you realise. It looks extremely complicated, but when you separate it down into parts, like say 3D printers, for example, it's just I won't go into it, but it's a lot simpler than it sounds. So if you can just get started building something, maybe follow a YouTube tutorial or something, it's a lot more fun than you expect. It's a lot easier than you expect also.
And Zuzana, same question?
Yeah, so in academia, I would say that firstly, do your research in a sense that read a lot and become an expert in a topic you're interested in. And then any gap adding up to what Josh said, actually, I agree with that you should do something on your own, or should find a way how to work on something of that's your own, and find resources for that. And definitely try to combine passion with critical thinking, because the problem sometimes is that young people, to be too naive or too afraid. I think it's important to find a middle way between these two, and then that's where the miracle happens.
It's just so important that you give that kind of advice, because, you know, if somebody's not kind of thinking like that, then this is great. So, Zuzana, you're still making, or rather, you still make decisions about your future career. You know, you're in that kind of point of, you could go this way, you could go that way, you know. What are you hoping to do?
So my dream for the future is to work in academia and work on my own research, lead it. And it's a kind of a childish dream, but I still hope, and I believe it will come true. I want to grow cerebral organoids, which are like mini brains, like the most profound way how to develop nervous tissue in vitro. And do experiments on that, because I think that's where the future of neuroscience lies.
Cool. And Josh, I mean, you've got entrepreneur written all over you. So what kind of advice would you give to anybody sort of on the science tip but wanting to go in to entrepreneurial work?
First main advice is, if you have a project that you think is commercially viable, then I definitely consider getting someone who's older involved, who just knows how it's all done. That's what I did. So I got a co-founder who's ran companies before. He's in his 40s, he's got a family. So that provides a bit of validity that you might not have as a young person. Also, they've been through it all. They know how it goes. So I just cold email a lot of people, and a lot of people are willing to help a young person, and look through your network, say whether it's Big Bang or however you might be involved in something else. I look through them and try and get either advice or a business partner from one of those people.
I've always said to people, you know, network with your circle around you. Who's in your immediate circle? Mum, dad, neighbours, aunts, uncles, you know, teachers, anyone. That's your immediate circle. Parents of your friends, you know, and then cousins. And that
was mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
My friend from high school's dad's friend, who we met dog walking, is now my business partner. That's the way to do it.
That's how it goes. Because when you say networking to people, they feel they've got to go really far. But start on your immediate circle, and if you're very specific about what you want, and you can be clear in, you know, explaining, it's very easy for that person that you're talking to go, you know, I can't help you, but I know somebody who can. Yeah. And that's how networking works. So final question. I can't believe we're coming to it already. Thank you so much for your insight and your background. And my last question is to both of you. So for anybody considering entering at a competition, what would you tell them? What would you tell them, Josh?
First off, do it. Of course, it's been life-changing for me and for most people that I've met through there. The opportunities are way more than you'd expect, and also that everyone's in the same boat as you. You think it's there, and it's just tons of people that are out this world, but they're all normal people, normal students, same year, going through the same GCSEs or A levels as you, and yeah, they've all just got a side project that they're working on. So yeah, just do it.
Brilliant advice, brilliant. And Zuzana, what about you?
I absolutely agree with Josh. Just go for it. And I agree, it's really life-changing experience, because I only saw like the part where I just entered the competition, but then I saw it's like a butterfly effect. It triggered another event, then another event, then another thing that really changed my life. So it's really worth it. It's not just the prize, it's all that comes after it.
I would like to thank you both for being such amazing interview people. You've just been great to talk to. I wish we had more time. So thank you very much, and good luck with everything you're doing.
Thank you very much.
That's That's great. Some really great advice from our competition alumni. I hope their words of encouragement will see some of you watching, sort of thinking at home, you know what, I feel quite inspired to start a project of my own. It's like they say, just do it, just get on with it. So we hope that you will enter. Our competition opens after the summer. And if you are looking for a way to get started, then why don't you check out My Idea Challenge, which is a mini competition running over the next few weeks, and it's got some really fantastic prizes. So the Big Bang team are asking you to submit your life-saving ideas, and you can submit them either with the description or with a poster or a video, however you feel most comfortable. So that is it for us. That's all the time we've got time for. Once again, huge thanks to Zuzana and Josh, and I wish you all the best in all of your various pursuits.